So a lot of things happened just this morning. Uh, I was supposed to receive a test from this company that was try. Let's say I was trying to get into, and they said me they would check my background or something before sending the test. So far so good. So the test didn't came on Saturday. They say, "Oh, we'll send it to you on Monday." I say, "Okay, I will get it on Monday, no problem." But then I called them and said, "Well, I'm still waiting. What's going on?" They told me, "No, I was told you reject the offer." And they said, "Why will I call back if I reject the offer? I didn't receive any offer." So far, it's been problematic. I know they have noticed that I'm already problematic. So they probably won't contact me again. They told me they try, and so I told them, well, you told me that you were going to contact my previous employers. And they say, "Oh, we haven't find them. They didn't answer the phone." So when I say, "Well, that's weird because it's a telemarketing company. They always answer the phone." Well, I can understand that you don't call them because some policies or something. I can understand that, but just don't tell me they didn't answer. So I got at first I got a little bit nervous because I always get nervous. Then I got a little frustrated and defensive. And I think my testosterone is back up, and I got a little bit more aggressive. But I think they won't call me. I screw it up again. I feel a little bit sad about that. I don't know if I'm like, look at these two. That's pretty. I don't know if I'm like self-destructive or something, or what's going on with me, but that's what happened today. It just happened. I was planning to do the video. I was trying to do it earlier. I got distracted with this, but I think it was worth. At least I'm trying. Now, there's something else that I want to mention. My dreams of last night. Let me try to remember. I remember I had like a toolbox, and there were these crystal stones in there. I was like collecting them or something, and I was trying to get rid of the bad stones and just put inside the good stones, the crystal stones, the beautiful ones. So I pulled this thing upside down to throw them all to the floor and just pick the nice ones and put them back on the basket. But for some reason I was also picking the bad ones, and I put them inside and say, "Why I did that?" And then I keep it picking up the crystals and put them in the basket. It was like, these plastic pumpkins that they use in Halloween, was kind of that kind of stuff. And then I was supposed to put them inside this toolbox, this huge toolbox. Also, there were other things inside the toolbox. I don't remember. Oh, there was a guitar. This is the first time I drink with a guitar. Probably, I know what it means. It was it was a broken guitar. It was completely broken. I was trying to repair it. I was trying to put glue on it and tape and everything, try to keep it together, but it keeps falling apart. It didn't matter how much I tried. The glue didn't seem to be able to put the wood together. It was like I was putting glue on it to try to reassemble it because it has cracks all over it, and but the glue just behaves like water. It just didn't work. And yeah, that was really frustrating and scared. I was really scared. I still feel scared. I don't know why. And so I wasn't able to play the guitar because I wasn't able to put it together. So I knew that if I tried to tie the strings or the strings or put it more tight, it will just fall apart. It's probably a metaphor for my life. Pretty much. I also dream with this house again, this labyrinthic house, but this time I was in a room and I was very hairy, and my body hair was falling off, and more hair was growing, more hair was falling off. So there was this bunch of hair on the floor. I don't know what that means, but I remember I was just pulling hair all over my body, and the hair was just on the ground. So, and that was what happened today, the most relevant thing that I mentioned. I think I screwed it up. I also dream with this. In the university here is very large, and there's like this highway that goes into it, and I was dreaming like a bus going into the university and finding some obstacles, like the road that was going in was kind of in construction. That's all that I remember. Now, some other thing that happened yesterday is I forgot to mention. I found an internet friend. This is kind of weird. I found it in one of these asexual forums. What he told is he just wanted to talk about music, so we started talking about musical instruments. It turns out I was confused about what he was saying. Hey. I think they saw a cat. Yeah, it's a cat. It's a tiny cat that's coming home from the last week to today. It has something in his tail, like some hair are missing. Probably a feral cat or stray cat. They are so happy because they think they scare it. They feel that it's their job to protect the house from cats. Oh, last time they fight with a cat and she got scratched in the nose. And the funny thing or the strange thing is, it was this yellow cat, orange yellow cat, and it's kind of pretty. It looks like it belongs to someone. But the strange thing is, just 1 week earlier or a couple of days earlier, the other dog also caught the cat. They kind of, well, I don't know if the cats are stupid or they pretend or what they're trying to do, but instead of escaping, they stop and turn back, and they get caught by these two on both sides. So they they caught the first cat. They caught it like was that cat was really stupid. He was almost outside, and he decided to go back and get high over the tire of the car. You know, between the over the tire of the car. It's hiding there, and these two just got it from both sides barking, and this one got scratched on the nose. It's very tiny scratch, but I saw a little drop of blood on it. And then, but 1 week earlier, this one did the same. On the hallway, there's like a fence, so cats can easily jump that fence. I don't know why they stop, but the dumb cat just stopped and tried to scare them away. But this one doesn't get scared of cats and tried to cut up. Probably he bit them. I didn't saw it. I just hear the noise and I went to see what was happening. And when they get distracted, the cat just run out. But I saw also a tiny drop of blood on her nose. It's kind of scary because actually the cat can pull out his eyes, her eyes. It's something that happens very often with Chihuahuas. Their eyes are very vulnerable. They're kind of up outside. So that's the story with these two and the cats. So I was talking before the start, talking about these cats and they distract me with these dogs and they distract me with the cat. I was talking about this friend that I found, and I found him kind of childish. So I was kind of puzzled. So I asked him why because he mentioned he was in a band or something like that, and he said he was in the junior high school and the band for the junior high school. By the way, he was writing in Spanish, but I realized he was an English speaker because some mistakes that are very common with English speakers. Only with English speakers. Other languages are different type of mistakes that they make. So I asked him, so how is it that you are in a band? And he told me, well, I'm in junior high school. I said, oh, okay, now everything fits. Now I understand his personality. So anyway, that was yesterday and the day before that. So it was nice. It was nice having someone to talk. But on the other hand, I feel like there are a lot of topics that you cannot talk with someone that's that young. Especially me, that I'm a little bit crazy, and things about life and how strange is life and all that stuff. Someone that is 12 years old probably it's just finding out about life. So I don't want to contaminate the young mind with my crazy thoughts. Anyway, we keep the conversation very superficial. And yesterday was the Super Bowl. And there was this joke that there will be a subscribe to PewDiePie. Well, this is not a joke. It's like a comment or a whisper that it will be a ad about subscribe to PewDiePie. At the end, it turns out that they were in the crowd with these T-shirts. Funny thing is, one of them have the dye on the T-shirt, and he was just walking around the place. So that's it, and I saw it. So, by the way, the game was. But it's okay. It's a Super Bowl at the end. Both teams are very good. But that was very defensive. There were a lot of sack captures and sack penetrations and captures. And I really got sad when the interception happens. And I guess the Patriots get very happy about that. And it's not that I'm in favor of the Rams, I just want the Patriots to lose. I'm that kind of person. But I realized since the very beginning that it was like Patriots was here and Rams got trying to catch him, Patriots was here, that, and at the end the Rams got tired. Patriots just actually the interception was a Rams mistake, but the Patriots provoked it. So there's a lot of let's say responsibility for our yeah, they do a lot to achieve that to happen. It's not that the Rams were bad. It's just that the Patriots forced them until they break them. It's just the Patriots were better. Just that. But it was a very defensive game. And that makes it a little bit boring. So that, and the funny thing was the PewDiePie meme on the internet. By the way, I have a friend, I think it's the only friend that I have left. We sent messages from time to time, and I told him to subscribe to PewDiePie. I said, what the fuck is that, man? Yeah, I think it probably I saw the geographics of PewDiePie and who's watching him, and I at the bottom is like there's people that is older, that's like 60 to 80 years old that watch him, or maybe just the 10 years old click on the wrong answer on the just intentionally. It could be. You know, there's with this geographics, yeah, you can expect any stupid thing on the statistics, I mean. So that's what happened today in the morning. So right now I feel a little bit sad about it. I don't know, I think I spoiled it for myself. Maybe it's for the best, I hope. But I can't help to feel a little bit sad about it. Now, I was thinking I was prepared for having a job. I don't know. Maybe I'm not. So that I almost forgot what I dreamed. That is what to mention. So I woke up and I said, oh, this. And never. You need to remember what you dream. You need to immediately wake up and immediately think about that, and if possible, just write it down. I will do that next time. So what happened is the dream wasn't that frustrating, or was kind of nice, and I was sleeping very well. And at the morning I didn't remember it, so I kind of make a little bit of effort trying to remember when I was half asleep, and I did, and I say, okay, this is what I dreamed. Try to remember that for the video, and I think I did it. I probably forgot one of the subjects. I don't know. I don't know, when I forget something, I just really forget it. I just remember I count 3 things, and that's it. Well, today's a nice day. It's like 20 Celsius. It's cloudy. In winter I prefer sunny days. In summer I hate them. I live in a desert, so you may understand why I have kind of this hate for the sun. It's like